It's to 11.
That's a drive.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a drive collection.
Yeah.
Good one?
60 guns. All upstairs.
Solo.
Yeah, and I was there,
Solo?
I was there alone. We're 4 for 4.
You will,
Hi, everybody.
you will know as well as I do it. It's not the weight, it's the trips.
Oh man, yeah.
And upstairs, no less.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what I did, I made it was 20 handguns and 40 long guns. So I believe it or don't,
Of course.
I made the 20 handguns in 2 trips. I just ringed them. Carrying boxes and
Walking down looking like Johnny under the freeway.
Yeah, and so I made it down with that, but with the long guns, I had to go up, and they were all in cases. So I grabbed 2 in each hand, and then had to carry them backwards down. It was one of those
2 in each hand.
Yeah, 2 in each hand. Had to go down backwards, then over the middle hump thing.
Oh, by about the 10th trip, how is that? How are your shoulders doing?
It wasn't easy.
I'll bet.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but and believe it or not, my shoulders still feel it. Like when
I
when I did that,
absolutely
I went
believe
like, oh damn. Yeah, but
Wake up the next morning and go, oh, yeah.
and then to add insult to injury, then I had to drive to Orange
Ooh.
from Castaic.
That's a many driving. This is how often do you buy a new truck?
Yeah,
Literally.
quite. Yeah.
Well, I pulled my shoulder trying to kill a moth by clapping, and all of a sudden,
I realize we're on the air, but you need to sex that story up there, Jimmy. You really do. If you want to say you were wrestling sharks, I got your back.
I wish.
A moth?
Okay, chasing a moth. It's one of the itty bitty little, not a big old freaking
Yeah,
moth.
those are the killers.
Oh yeah. So I'm chasing around the kitchen. Lands on the curtains. Cool. I'm gonna get this. It flies off. Oh no.
How old are you?
In my 40s.
I was going to say, the minute you cross the 4-0 line, stuff starts happening. You're like, I didn't do anything wrong. Why does that hurt?
Like everyone looked, even my eldest looked over and was like, "Dad, you okay?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I don't know what happened right now."
Jimmy, let me explain it to you. You got to warm up before you do that.
Hey, yeah.
Stretch.
Yeah.
It was the worst. I was like, sweet.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, that's heck of a day.
Heck of a day, and what a way to end the night too. It was night, and I was like, I'm gonna put the kids to sleep.
I was afraid to say this because the girl, bless her heart, is not crazy about the motorcycle riding thing. I had a thing happen to me about 2 weeks ago that has never happened before. Honest to God, I've been riding since I was 8. Never happened to me before in my entire life. 2 miles an hour in a parking lot. And some people waved at me, and I was standing on the foot pegs. And I stood up and I saluted just to give them a little wave back. And I had just started the motorcycle, and it stalled. And so now the motorcycle going. Now, there are several things at play here. Number one, if I can hop off the pegs, firmly grasp both handlebars between my legs, and plant both feet, there is no problem. Mm-hmm. But I'm standing on the pegs, this hand is up here, nowhere near the handlebars, and the motorcycle is falling somewhere in the window between when I could make this save or not. So it starts going over. I furiously grab, and of course the people at whom I am waving are of course immensely bemused by all of this.
Course.
But I reach for the handlebar, grab it just before it reaches the point of no return, grab it, plant that foot, it hits an oily spot.
Oh yeah.
And the shoe goes zeet, and the motorcycle goes down, and silly me with my hand not all the way on it is still trying to hold up a 500-pound motorcycle.
Oh. Okay, you win.
I did very simple.
Ping.
Yeah, remember USA gas stations?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just finished my shift at In and Out. It's like 2 in the morning, and I was on a Honda. Remember the CBX?
Absolutely.
6-cylinder.
That is a massive. Anyway, go on.
Pulled in, get gas. Started it up. Went to kick the kickstand up. When I did, my other foot stepped in oil, and whoop, and I went boom. I wasn't even moving.
Yep.
And I'm just laying there like, fuck.
And then you had to pick it up. And
there was no way.
that thing, I was going to say, that thing was a tank.
Luckily, a couple of guys from this In-N-Out were getting gas too, and I did not hear the end of that for months and months. And to top it off, it wasn't even my motorcycle. It was Daryl's. Like, oh man.
For those of you unfamiliar with the CBX, that was the six-cylinder. That ended. It was transverse. That engine.
It was gargantuan.
That wide, and that thing weighed 600 pounds if it weighed a 10.
Easily.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So yeah, I know the embarrassment of going down like that. And
I
same
had
thing,
never done it before.
Right in
but
oil.
put your foot in oil.
And you know how gas stations are already.
There's always a
there we
pot.
go, guys. This is America and all the ships at sea. You're listening to Gunslingers, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio Free California. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's right, from San Diego to San Francisco, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas, we're on the air.
And we're all over the internet, folks. So if you want to see these beautiful visages, you can go on Facebook Live. Visages.
What's that mean?
If you want to go on and watch us
American.
and have some fun with us, go ahead and jump on Facebook Live, YouTube, Rumble, and X. Leave your questions or comments there. I have them all open right now, so go ahead and put them on up there for any of the gents. Any questions about firearms?
And this is a live show,
Sure is.
which means we have a phone.
Phone.
What's that number?
You guys want to call in? That's 866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
Okay. Well, we got a lot to talk about. You remember, I don't know, early June? We were saying, oh man, the next auction's not till
After
the
summer.
other side of summer, man. We got
season?
forever off.
Season away, that's forever.
It's 5 days away. It's
When did that happen?
I don't know. Okay. Anybody else wondering where the hell 2025 has gone?
I'm wondering what the heck happened to 2024 still, and we're already 3 quarters
I'm
away.
just starting to get into this 2025 thing, and we're 9 months into it already, and we're already a week into 9 monts into it already.
Yikes.
What the hell? Somebody slow this circus down, because I'm tired of this.
All the clocks are doing the same thing, and I don't know who put them all forward. I don't know what's going on there.
You know, it's that alien ship that's way out there by Pluto. I think they've
Hovering over and spinning the wheel.
We were going at 33 and a third, and they've shifted us up to 78. I'm telling you.
Real fast. They won't even notice, I promise. Get out of here.
Oh, man. So anyway, yeah, auction is next week, guys. It's this Saturday, the 13th. It's at the Highway 39 Event Center. Go to gunslingerauctions.com.
Hey, can we spend a moment talking about how cool that place is?
Oh, I've planned on it.
Okay.
I planned on it. Yeah. The three of us got an invite by Michael, the general manager down at Highway 39 Event Center, to go to the, what was the name of the?
It was the Horse Soldier.
Whole Soldier Bourbon.
Horse Soldier Bourbon, and it was a bourbon tasting event, and they had a really cool story. These guys, 3,000 horses right after 9/11.
Cut to the chase. If you know the movie 12 Strong, about the first insertion of U.S. Special Forces into Afghanistan, they made a movie about it. These were the guys, not the guys that played the guys.
No, these were the guys.
Actual
and they
gents.
started this bourbon company, and they brought out 3 or 4 different things, but that last one.
Did you ever see the movie Alien? You know when the blood hits the floor and starts eating through it?
That was acid.
Okay, now, I don't drink, but I smelled, and even smelling it, it cleared my sinuses instantly. I was like, holy moly! holy.
I can see color.
Like, right? You know, it's like doing catching my hand with
The girl's walking around saying, drink quickly. It eats through the glass.
yeah, it's special glass, too, with aluminum foil.
She put an ice cube in it, and it bubbled.
A drink made by Mo, Larry, and Curly. Holy cow. This stuff was so strong. And, the first one they brought out, you guys took a little sip. I didn't, but...
The first one was very smooth.
Yeah, and I smell it. It's like, okay, yeah, it smells like alcohol, whatever. And then the second one was a Manhattan or something that they made from
cocktail,
it.
yep.
And I took a smell of that, and I was like, ugh, but you guys both said it was
pretty good.
Yeah, it was very good. And then the third one came out, and this was that whamma jamma. This thing was like, oof, marron. I mean, I took a smell, and I thought fire was coming out my ears, and I didn't even drink it.
They were walking by with it, and I was like, this place smells like a bar. And I was like, oh, wait a second, this is a bar. But no, that thing was wafting from afar.
Yeah.
The waitress was wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah. So we went to that, and
great time. And thank you for the Highway 39 Event Center for inviting us to such a cool thing.
They took real good care of us, so we appreciate that. And we'll be there next week. And guys, if you got the time, 10 a.m. next Saturday, you got to come just to check this place out. It is so cool.
Just the place itself, even if you weren't interested in firearms, and how would you not be?
Yeah, if you're listening to this show, what the hell's wrong with you?
But yeah, just the place itself is worth going to.
Yeah, they have from 1955 to 1964 every Bel Air convertible. All in a row, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, from 55
pretty
to 64.
sumptuous.
Yeah, on top of they've got a 1932 Helms truck.
Over there in the corner. I know a guy that's got one.
Yeah,
Let me just think.
Well,
who was that?
yeah, or a couple, but yeah. And then there's a 55 Nomad there that we were looking at. Is just I love the Nomad. But anyway, it's just
a great looking
and
car.
it's lined completely around with neon, and they have all kinds of cool little motorcycles. What's the one that
they had a Vespa, and they got some of the little the old scooters. Help me, they'll come to me. In a little bit,
I can't think of it either.
Cushman,
that was it. Yeah, they had a little Cushman, the indestructible bike, and so just some really, really cool stuff. So definitely check it out. And they do rent the place out. That's how they make their money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can rent this place. I don't know what that costs. You'd have to call and talk to them about it, but it is way worth it.
Nice place. It would be a great place to have an event. They have a stage. They have they have that stand where you can put a PA mixer and all kinds of computers and lights and stuff. It was a very, very nice event. If you're looking for a good bourbon, we would encourage you to try Horse Soldier.
Yep.
Because they did stuff like they're very proud of the fact they make the bottles in the United States.
Just make sure you get your asbestos underwear.
Boy, oh boy. If you're getting that last one anyway. But what a great place to hold an event.
Yeah. I in fact, I was thinking it's a shame. My band used to get together every once in a while, and we do a thing for the City of Hope. And it's a shame because, we lost our drummer, it's going on 2 years ago now. And Mike, the bass player, moved out to Kansas, but and I don't know Jim, the keyboard player. I don't know if he's on this planet, or I don't know what's going on.
In the way of keyboard players everywhere, by the way. So
yeah, but I was thinking this would be a great place to do something like that because the PA is fantastic.
Yeah, because they had a band there too.
Yeah, they had a band there, and they were very, very good. They sounded great. The vocals I thought were very, very tight. I know
good, but we have.
Yeah, well,
it's tough. We're both musicians, so anytime you go in,
critical. But
the old joke: how many lead guitarists does it take to screw in a light bulb? It takes one, but you got 99 guys there to say, I could have done that better.
And how many lead singers does it take to screw in?
Well, it just takes one, but she waits for the world to revolve around her.
That's it. Or him.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, you know what? We got lots more to get to, but he's been waiting very patiently, our friend Richard at the airport. How are you, Richard?
Good evening, Richard.
Rock and rolling gunslingers.
What's up, Richard?
I want to know what is the main advantage of a hollow point bullet?
Well, the main advantage as far as give me an example.
It's a multifaceted tool.
Well,
so.
yeah, because I mean, there's advantages as far as if you're shooting at something other than just a target. Not really an advantage if you're just target shooting because they're much more expensive.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting at something, because you have to, then it's definitely an advantage. Because of the fact that what happens with a hollow point bullet, it will open up, it will flower as it hits material, and the whole point of that is to do as much damage, obviously, as possible. Number one, but number two, to not exit, to create damage other places where ball ammo just
punches a nice clean hole like a knitting needle,
and can go through and create damage elsewhere.
Yes.
So that would be
So the advantage is that it mushrooms and gives you good knockdown power.
Correct.
But after it hits its target, you're not going to have a problem with it going through drywall.
So-called overpenetration. That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Because as Jeff says, when it flowers, when it mushrooms, it does impart all its energy, and so then the larger area slows down rather more rapidly. So you don't have to worry about that.
As far as drywall, if you miss and hit drywall,
it'll expand there too.
It will expand, but the drywall will not hold it in that room. It will go right through that wall. So that's why I never really recommend a handgun in a house as far as personal protection. A shotgun, pump 12 gauge with light target loads is really the best thing.
Yep.
In my opinion, anyway. Anyway, Richard, got a joke for us?
Yeah.
He says knowingly.
The difference between a guy in a tuxedo on a bicycle and a homeless person on a tricycle. What's the difference?
I don't know.
I don't either. What is it, Richard?
A tire.
Okay, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good.
They're all good.
They're all good.
Yes, sure they are, Richard.
Richard, thanks. We'll talk to you next week.
God bless you.
Okay, we'll see. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
I'll probably use that.
That's good.
I'll probably forget. In fact, I don't remember it now.
I already did. Already done.
All right, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be back with Rick from the CRPA right after this.
Yes, sir.
A tire. I hear dad jokes all week long, and I swear to you, I never remember them. I think, I'm going to get Richard back with this one. And then it's like, shit, what was that?
See, were we talking? We're talking about free throws?
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Shaq. Did you see that?
And that was left-handed.
One hand.
Left-handed. Off. Intrafamily.
Okay, Facebook. And Rumble. Hey, Brian said he's checking in from Tillamook, Oregon.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know how the cheese was up there. You know how they say you got to drink the Guinness in Ireland?
There she was, just a walking down the street singing
do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
Hocking her fingers and shuffling her feet singing
do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
She looked good, she looked fine, she looked good, she looked fine, and I nearly lost my mind. Before I knew it, I was walking next to me singing
do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network.
I love that song.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it's a great tune. All right. Hey, you know what? We're going to have Rick from the CRPA on, but after that, it's phone calls. Jimmy, what's that number?
Call in after this, 866-870-5752.
Give us a call, and let's get to Rick. How are you?
Hey, it's great to see you this last week.
Well,
so I just want to make sure everyone knows we went out to lunch finally.
Yeah. After stiffing me 35 times in a row, we finally went.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
How was the chowder?
Oh, okay, you're right. It was only 33.
Hey.
Wow.
What's going on, Rick?
Hey, so, well, I got some good news and some exciting things going on. So, out of our 70 bills, we're down to 4.
Hey.
Wow.
Bad ones. So that's not bad batting.
No.
We were able to knock out a couple more. So that was good. So we only have one bill that's bad left in the Senate, and that's a 704, and that's that firearms barrel bill. And it's interesting because at this point, this is where it becomes interesting. You get to see who the governor is using to be their spokesperson on certain topics. So for the Senate bill, it has to go through the Assembly to go to what they call concurrence, where both houses vote, and then it goes to governors. They have placed Assemblywoman Stefani, and so she is becoming now the anti-Second Amendment leader within the Assembly. So that's kind of interesting. We now know who to try to put pressure on this next election. But not as surprising, the 3 Assembly bills are being led by none other than Senator Catherine Blakespear, who we already know didn't like us. And that is 1078. That's the 3 and 30 bill that we've talked about.
Yeah.
And then that's Gabriel's 1127, the anti-Glock bill. And then Gibson's 1263, which is the ghost gun, which we've talked ad nauseum, but they're still pursuing those. We are lining up our attorneys to get ready to litigate if those go through and the governor decides to sign them. So we'll know by Friday at midnight what the final fate is of these 4 bills.
Oh, wow.
Well, crossing our fingers that
Yeah.
you know.
We're set either way. If we get them killed, we know that they'll be back next year.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we're ready to litigate them. So, and then in other news, there's a thing called elections going on, and a lot of stuff moving on that. So for the people that listen to the radio up in Northern California and Central California, we have a huge event coming up on the 20th at the Yellow Sports Ground. It's called, I'm going to say this very careful, Shoot with the Sheriff. And we have about a half a dozen current sheriffs of different counties, including Chad Bianco, who's running for governor, that is coming up there. And so people have an opportunity to go to the range, raise some money, get to meet Chad, who is doing very well in the polling numbers. Best Republican candidate we've had probably in 20 plus years.
Oh, yeah.
Actually has a really good chance of definitely winning in the primary and going for the final run. And we have a good chance to get him over. So opportunities like this, we're trying to get one set up in Southern California, but that one's on the 20th. And then on the 27th, we have a couple different people. If people want to be bored out of their mind, I will be speaking at the Republican National Assembly in Anaheim.
Hey.
So if you're bored, you can come see me. But if you don't want to be bored and have a good time, you can go at the same time out to the Compton Rod and Gun Club, where they're holding a spaghetti western with lots of games, fundraising, silent auctions, things like that. Nothing to compare with what you do. And even after the smart remarks, I will be there Saturday as promised.
Hey.
Excellent.
that.
Excellent.
Very
Who wouldn't want to see you, you silver-tongued devil?
Well, very cool, very cool. Glad, because we are well represented by the CRPA.
Love it.
When you walk in, on your left is where you sign in, and on your right is where you sign up for the CRPA. So, it'll be.
Well, hopefully I didn't scare people off by saying I was coming.
Oh,
no. to meet the voice behind all the action, I think you're gonna be driving some more.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Boy, that Glock bill and that what is 3 per month thing? That's
Well, I figure it would be a nice relief after midnight on Friday for me to wake up with a big cup of coffee and come see you guys and be with some sane people.
Hopefully, we'll all
tell
be
you
able to
what.
celebrate.
Yeah.
It's just, well, like you said, though, hopefully we've got it covered, and you guys will. So say it passes, then it goes to Governor Numbnuts up there, and he's going to sign it because that's what he does.
I already have veto letters already ready to fire off.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Do you think we can get a stop to it until it goes to the?
Yeah, I think what will happen, there's always something that could go wrong, but in general what should happen is they will apply for an injunction, they'll get an injunction, and then a few months later, our glorious, and I mean that with all the sarcasm I can put behind that, Attorney General will appeal that, and then it will go to a 3-judge panel in the ninth, And even though it's the most liberal corner of the land, they're going to say, yeah, bridge too far, guys. Once again, they'll do the same thing on 1038 and the same thing on the ghost gun bill. And then they'll whine and cry and ask for an en banc, and that'll post out another 9 months or so. And then it will go probably towards the Supreme Court. And it looks like we've got several of these kinds of laws going that direction. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Supreme Court handles what's coming to their desk.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a way that they could just, one big foot stop, just boom.
Well, this is what I keep trying to tell people, and, it's easy to get depressed. We just had Kurt, who works with me, talk to a group of people in South Orange County, a couple of people that were just complete depressed naysayers, and I realize why. I mean, people just feel beat up, but if you really look at what's been going on, we're picking up seats. The tide's changing. We're getting not one here and one there, but every single court case in the West. Yeah. The circuit courts are going, nope, and no again, and no again. And so they're struggling to throw everything up, but the one big solution, I loved it, is vote them out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I listened to a wonderful senator in Montana that said, look, when are the people going to wake up and realize they're the boss? And they certainly want to put up with this crud from an employee at their personal business. Well, these employees have your entire life in their hands. Fire them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's coming from a politician.
Well, that old saying about a democracy is lost once the politician realizes he can buy the people with their own money. And you know who said that, right? Cicero in
Rome, around the time of Julius Caesar.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a new story, guys.
No.
It's just the same old story.
Politics is politics, no matter what era. You know what, Rick? Real fast, I got a couple questions from online over at NBase over on Rumble. Wants to know the CRPA's position on intrafamiliar transfers and if they're a necessity to go through FFLs, like I know they are now. That's what we're supposed to do, intrafamiliar. You don't have to go through FFL. You can actually do them online. But should they be a requirement if it's intrafamiliar?
So the law currently says, as all of you know, because you work in a gun store, that there's a couple different routes you could do it. There is a form that you can still fill out and do it if it's interfamilial, but you have to have, what the definition of familial you need to know, which is why I recommend when a lot of people first think about this, they do it correctly and then they do it incorrectly, or you can go through an FFL. But that's the law. So do I like that law? No, I would love to be able to hand it down. I don't have to hand transfer papers.
Yeah,
a lot of things, but there's some things you do, and there's also that little thing called probate court, and we live in a horrible state if we're looking just at California when it comes to that. And so, the more things you can secure down to make sure they either go through a trust or something like that, I'm all about that.
Yeah. Well, real quick, the intrafamilial bill, what we're talking about is this is passing a gun from father to son or son to father. I've had people go, well, it's my brother-in-law. No, it's got to be father to son, mother to daughter. It can't be, your second cousin, third removed, and anything like that. So,
I can move a gun to my son, either one of my sons, but I can't move it to their wives.
Yeah, I always explain it as on the family tree, we're moving vertically, not horizontally.
Yeah.
And it's one step only.
Yeah. And it's a way how if father has a gun that's not on the California roster, but he wants to give it to his son in California, you can do this intrafamilial transfer, and DOJ has to sit on their hands on it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I wouldn't make a habit out of it because they will come. They will come a knocking. So.
Okay. Well, there was that, and then I think we touched on it last week, somewhat. Is that sites on CCWs, upgraded sites?
Yes.
Yes. It says that. Do you know anything about that? It says, ask Rick about Newsom is trying to ban laser sights, flashlights, and red dots on CCW guns.
No, there's a lot of stuff that Gavin Newsom gets attributed to him that he's not doing. There's nothing currently going on in that. There's been no discussion of that. And, unfortunately, It's bad enough, folks. We don't need to add anything.
Yeah.
To it. We don't
Let's
to
not
give people ideas.
Let's
Don't
not
give them
keep
any
spreading
ideas.
rumors. Yeah. Hey, Rick, we're coming up on the break. Anybody wants to get a hold of you, donate their time, their money, or join, how do they get a hold of you?
CRPA.org. And if they want to get a hold of us, contact at CRPA.org. And as always, guys, God bless you guys and keep up the great work. And I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Thanks.
God
Good luck
bless
on
you.
Friday. We'll talk to you on Saturday.
Bye.
See you, Rick.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys. This is Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network.
and it's time for phone calls. What's the number, Jim?
866-870-5752.
And you know what? Hey, Leon, what's the number? See if we can do it.
That number is 866-870-5752.
Give us a
Again,
call.
866-870-5752.
Very good.
Love it.
Well done.
We'll be back right after this.
Headers.
Custom.
Those have to be.
A little bit of shout out to everyone online. Got Doug, Ricky, Melissa, Dave over there on Facebook. Who else we got over there? Eric, good to see you. Thomas Pfeiffer, great seeing you. Kirk, always. And Rumble, you guys are always on fire. Hendo's on there. C-Note and Bass.
C-Note has a good question.
Yep.
Jeff, you want to take this one? My daughter has a Smith & Wesson 357 mag 4-inch on a K-frame. Nice gun. Her question, I purchased it legally before the laws changed to require my address to be associated with my registration. Should she transfer? I'm not sure what you're after here, C-Note, but opinion on the gun?
Oh,
We
Smith
like.
Wesson.
Great gun.
Yeah.
Advice regarding transferring ownership.
To who?
And so that's 2/3 of the question, C-Note. So to whom was it going to be transferred?
Yeah, back to you, to your daughter, or is there someone?
Or does she just want to sell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know. Let's go ahead and put it in the comments.
Yeah,
whenever you get
kind of
this.
confused on the question.
I think it's just could she turn it over and sell it? If it wasn't used in a crime or reported stolen,
Yeah.
then she's good to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone on there. And then-
Kirk makes a good point about you could shoot 38s out of 357 if you don't want to beat yourself or the gun up.
Yeah.
And then over there on YouTube, we got Mom's on there. See here, Robert Jones on there. Jim had a good joke. What does a man do standing up, a woman do sitting down, and a dog do on 3 legs? Shake hands. I was like, clean enough. Let's go. But yeah, thank you. And everyone online right now, I see a bunch, especially on YouTube. Go ahead and hit those buttons, all the buttons. Hit all the buttons.
Kindly hit those buttons.
Hit the like button, hit the share button, if there's a fireworks display you can put up, go ahead and hit them all. Always appreciate it and keep everything coming in. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, it's going to go to C-Note. It's going to go back to her. So I believe it's transferring from your daughter back to you. That'll be intrafamiliar.
You could do an intrafamilial
problem.
that way, yeah. I mean, the gun is in California already. That
Legally.
means that you can transfer. You can bring it in any gun shop, sell it on consignment. Any gun store can buy it. If they buy it from you, they can't resell it in California, but they can put it online and sell it out of California,
Yeah.
or they can take it in from you on consignment and sell it for you right there in their store.
Right.
So, as long as the gun's legally here in California already, no problem.
Online, streaming, and using social media.
So-
Your message reaches your audience.
Yeah, so it's here.
We have 2 guys in Vegas looking.
Noise.
Custom marketing solutions that
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Ricky, great seeing you. Thank you for staying up with us. Hey, Jimmy, do you dream and wake up saying, I do. I say it, I give out my own phone number as 866-870-5752. I do.
What'd you guys think of the Leon clip?
That's pretty clever.
We got his permission, so.
Walther PDP because has good triggers.
That does have a nice trigger.
You can't complain.
I tell you what, I'm sure liking those new Sig X's.
Maybe, baby, I'll have you. Maybe, baby, you be true. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. I love that song. Welcome back, everybody. Gunslingers Radio on.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Okay, so I was telling you guys last week that we were getting full up for December auction. Well, I picked up 60 guns in Castaic on Friday. Somebody came in yesterday and brought in another 10 on, I was going to say on Monday, but that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to look at 75, and on Tuesday, I'm picking up another 30. So I think we're done with December, guys.
Yeah, when we said they're filling up quick, we were not exaggerating. Before the next auction is on, we are going on for our December auction already.
Yeah, so it looks like we'll be booking now for February here pretty quick. I'm not complaining, but I'm telling you, if you want to get your stuff into auction, you need to get it in soon. Everybody thinks that they can wait till last minute. I had a guy come in this week with about 25 firearms and wanted to get them into Saturday's auction again. And
I love that level of optimism. I thought that had died in the Coliseum with the early Christians.
Yeah, well, I try and explain, guys, this is not a gun show. This is an auction. This stuff has been online, and people have been bidding on it for a month. I have two different platforms for you to bid on it online well prior to the auction, and you can't just bring it in and put it on a table and try and sell it. That's not what we're doing here. This is an auction. We don't even have firearms there. We have the big screen behind us showing you pictures of the stuff that we're selling, but we don't have guns there, so you can't bring your guns in and try and sell them that day. So get them into me. We have 5 or 6 huge collections that we're just waiting for the okays on. One of them, when we get it, I will let you guys know right away. Yeah, I told Jimmy about it, but it's super top secret, so I can't say anything right now because it's just that cool. But if we do, it's going to be close to 100 firearms, and they're going to be very historic.
You are no stranger to super cool, so this must be pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. I'm real excited to get going on that. But
neat.
Anyway, before we close the night out, we were going to talk about last night. The Dodger game. Yeah. I mean, I am so
freaking
pissed off.
out away.
I mean,
from a no-hitter.
From a no-hitter.
From a no-no.
And you know what? Everybody bangs on Roberts that he's not good with the bullpen and so on and so forth. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised he let him go 8 2/3. I thought by the 7th inning, remember Strickland?
Oh my God!
First start ever.
Yeah.
The man goes 7 innings, a no hit, and he walks a guy to start the 8th, and he pulled him.
And he yanked him. Guy was dealing.
What'd you say? He pitched like 119 pitches. That's like 60 over the average of a Dodger pitcher.
Fergie Jenkins. I'm sorry. That guy pitched 400 pitches a game 3 times a week. Okay? Stop babying these guys, for crying out loud. Get rid of that stupid pitching clock.
First of all, that needs to happen. But you know what?
Yeah.
Once in a while, you got to let a guy get a win.
Right? I mean, that would literally have been, if they would have let him go, he was still throwing 98. If they would have let him go, that would have been the first complete game by a Dodger pitcher this year.
And again, we're not talking about there's only 3 innings to go. There was
one
out.
One out. And he came out and he pulled him. Come on, let that man finish his game.
Let him get his win.
Roberts, go watch Mr. Baseball.
Right?
The Tom Selleck movie, remember?
Yeah.
What does he say?
Shoot all.
Yeah, he goes out and he tells the guy, let him work his way out. Maybe he'll surprise you. Maybe one of these guys will do that. But,
anyway.
Yeah, come on.
It was so frustrating. So frustrating.
This season has been a frustration, a hair puller of all. Just to see this great team do.
Mind you, we're talking about a first-place team here.
Yeah, only because they've managed to suck just a little bit less than the Padres.
I was down in San Diego today, and there's a bunch of guys with Padres shirts, and I'm not above talking baseball at the drop of a Dodger cap. And we were all pretty much agreeing, who wants this less?
right?
It's kind of like end of trail. Whoever sucks the least.
Whoever
gets
sucks
it.
the least is going to get this.
Yeah, it's not anybody whoever plays the best. It's whoever sucks the less.
Yep,
and
that's
I don't think anybody in the Western Hemisphere's got a chance at any kind of what do you call it? When you don't win your
Wild card.
Thank you.
Okay.
See, I hate it when you blank out like that.
We're talking guns here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to
Big
Gunslingers.
guns.
Yeah, all right. Let's get to Kurt out in Las Vegas.
Hey,
Kurt,
Kurt.
what can we do for you, sir?
Evening.
Yeah, you were talking about inheriting guns.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. What if I don't have any kids? What if I pass away? Can I leave my guns to my brothers?
Yeah, you can. What I'm talking about, it's part of this stupid California law. See, right now, if you have firearms, like say you've got a Glock Gen 4 and you've got a HK
Something that
Mark
is not on
25 or-
our equally silly roster.
Yeah, something that's not on our roster, you can't leave them to anybody in California other than your son. So that's kind of I hear that, Kitty.
Hey.
So that's what that.
So that's that's a specific California problem. Kurt.
You're fine over in Vegas because you're on the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Well, what happens? Well, I used to live in California. What would happen if I still lived over there? What would happen to my guns?
The county would come and try, if you didn't have anybody come get them, the county will come get them.
Yeah.
Yep. And grind them up. They don't resell anymore.
A good friend of mine, Maury, you guys would have known him here in SoCal. He was the guy that always had the Winchester commemorative guns. He had huge stacks of them, and he passed away, and the county came and took them all.
Jeez.
Wow.
Hundreds and
Heartbreaking.
hundreds. I mean, close to 1,000 firearms, and the county came and took them all. So
Things of those things getting pressed in a crusher.
yeah, and that's what happens. They turn them into rebar.
Yep. That's all they do. Just
Yeah, so-
recycle, reduce.
Wow.
Yep. Well, that's California.
Anyway.
So, but out in Vegas, like I said, you're living in free America, so you don't have this problem as of yet. But
Do make sure you make provisions in your
Yeah.
will.
Absolutely. I was always going to say, get a good lawyer, make sure that everything is set in stone somewhere where they can go before anyone else tries to swoop them up underneath you.
yeah, and if you ever run across this problem with anybody else, feel free to give me a call at the shop.
That's what Jeff does.
Yeah, I answer questions literally all day long. We get, I am not exaggerating, at least 100 phone calls a day on this kind of stuff, and so I'm constantly
you're
on
there.
the phone with it. Yeah, so any problems like that, just go to gunslingerauctions.com. It'll give you all the numbers and phones and everything else. All righty?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you,
Anytime, Kurt.
Thanks for calling, Kurt.
Bye-bye now.
God bless
right.
you.
Okay, you know what? We got another guy in Vegas. Let's go to Benjamin in Las Vegas. Ben, what can we do for you, sir?
Yeah, I just had a question. If you happen to notice over the years that the price of antique firearms in general, they seem to fluctuate with the spot price of gold and silver. Mm-hmm. I just wondered if you happen to notice that they go up and down as
They do. It's not so much
Precious
the price.
metals.
It's not so much the price of that. Believe it or not, it's more the price of what's going on in Hollywood.
There is honestly, there are several moving parts here, but listen
Yeah.
to the man.
Yeah, well, when Private Ryan came out, you used to be able to get a Garand for about $300, and an M1 carbine was $199. And then that Saving Private Ryan came out, and then Grands went to $1,000 almost overnight.
They've never come all the way back.
Yeah, carbines were right behind him, and now a Garand is $1,500 to $2,000. Now, as far as historical guns like single action army Colts, those absolutely fluctuate, and we are right in the middle of what us in the gun business call the Trump slump. And what this is people are not scared right now. People are not worried about the government coming and taking their stuff, and people are not so afraid of going outside, so people don't buy guns so much.
Yep.
Now, in California, we've got to add that stupid 11% excise tax to that, so we are really struggling. The gun business in California is really struggling. I talked to a good friend of mine, Way, and you remember Big Rock Sports?
Oh, yes.
They're gone. They crumbled and went out of business. He went to work for Camfor.
Wow.
I've been with Way for
Wow.
like 15 years, but
Well, the plan is working perfectly as
Yeah.
far as the evil, sinister minds up in Sacramento.
So guys, I know it hurts, but get out there and support your local gun dealer, because without us, you're all sunk.
Yeah, because what they've done is freeze, and now they're letting everything dry up in the freeze. So
Yeah.
if we don't keep this river flowing and keep everyone afloat in it, then we're going to lose it all, folks. So.
And lastly, the one other thing, this is what I've been noticing, especially with pre-Civil War, and I'm talking about like flintlocks and musket cap percussion guns. Most of the guys that collected those type of firearms are older, and this is what's happening. They're passing, and with their passing, it's starting to glut the market, and we don't have them to buy.
Yeah.
So the buying market is shrinking, but the market itself is gaining because we're getting all of this stuff back in.
More material, but less buyers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Supply and demand.
so it's going to be real interesting this year in Vegas because we'll be at the all of us will
Right.
be at the antique show in Vegas this year, and next year. No, but I'll be real interesting because last year a lot of the sales of the flintlock percussion type, pre-Civil War stuff were way down. A lot of those guys weren't selling anything.
No.
Plus, people that weren't around for the great centennial of 1865 to 1965, people that weren't around for that didn't grow up with that,
Yeah.
scoot into their consciousness.
Yeah.
And some of that does go back to Hollywood. You're always one Western away from lever action rifles
Oh,
or single action
absolutely.
pistols
Yep. Yeah.
being hot again, right? And the same with Civil War.
Yeah, one hit of any particular type movie of that genre, and all of a sudden,
Resurgence.
Last of the Mohicans,
Anytime
you can't touch
yeah.
can't touch a musket.
Anytime you'd get an 1860 Henry, you're guaranteed $20,000+.
Oh, yeah.
And now 12 to 15. So I mean,
Okay.
it's
Thank you very much for taking my call.
Hey Ben, thank you.
Absolutely.
Take care. now.
God bless
Bye-bye.
you.
It's a good question. By the way, I know you like a fine vintage automobile. Autos are the same, aren't they?
Yeah, there was a time when bone stock was the thing of the day. I mean, and now Resto Mod is the thing. You watch Barrett Jackson, and the Resto Mods are killing it. But the bone stock, untouched, absolutely, four banger,
Younger guys want to drive them around the block.
Yep.
yeah, and they just want to look cool. They don't care about anything
Nope.
else.
A history? No.
So it's kind of the same deal. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752.
I just want to hear the song. We'll be back in just a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's basically the end.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to actually when we did that when I was in that band, I would throw that in instead of always doing the killer awoke before
Yeah.
dawn. I'd actually do that for a little bit. That was a fun band. We never did anything the same way twice.
That is fun.
Yeah, it was. I'd keep them guys on their toes. I tell you.
I just found out that Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there wasn't a single opening theme that was done the same. He had some.
Every show is different.
Every show was different. He had some eclectic retired pianist who's if everyone knows him, they would know him. Would play a different kind of line through that song every time. Every show.
Respect the musicianship.
To the point where I'm no fun anymore. Oh, I love that song. I am sorry. Times it hurts so badly I must cry out loud. I am lonely. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Okay, and once again, for those guitar players out here, that's tuning is E-E-E-E-B-E.
Lots of drone tones in
Yeah, and oddly enough, they never did it live in that tuning. It was
Yes.
always they tuned it down to D.
They had to.
because they couldn't sing it live.
sing that.
It was- yeah, it
Those
was just too
harmonies are
hard.
tough to hit.
Yeah, so that would be D D D D A-D. Yeah. So
A lot of great music came out of the Topanga Canyon era.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Okay, welcome back to Gunslinger, guys, right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Oh, we've got some lines open. What's the line, Jim?
Call in 866-870-5752.
Should we get our guest? Give it to us. What's that number?
That number is 866-870-5752.
All right.
Again, 866-870-5752.
There you go. You heard it from the man himself.
I love
that's-
hearing that voice.
So that's like getting a massage while somebody is feeding you caramel ice cream or something. That's really relaxing, isn't it?
Oh, man. Okay, so let's see. We covered the Dodgers auction stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, really quick. Again, this Saturday, guys, and we've got everything you can imagine from custom build 1911s. We've got a Coonan. Remember we talked about a Coonan.
357 Magnum 1911 style semi-automatic.
Yeah, and it's just super cool, very rare.
Wow, yeah.
And just a real kick to shoot, no pun intended. And they definitely have a kick when you shoot them because 357's got
Coming out of a semi-auto.
Yeah. And I don't know how well it would handle 38s. I don't know if you'd be able to rock that thing.
The recoil spring in that has got to be something special.
I would imagine.
To stand up for that kind of pressure.
I would imagine you'd have to carry two. If you want to shoot 38, you probably have to do it. We've got a couple of pre-war Colt Aces. Now, this is a 1911 built in 22 cal. Both of them have factory letters. I think, one is from 1934. One of them went to the Coast Guard.
I would love to know more about, pardon the pun, have a deep dive on that. I would love to know more about that.
Yeah, just cool stuff.
And you're talking about these were built in 22, not remodeled?
No, these are not conversions.
Or a slide conversion.
Yeah, these are actual. I believe both of them have the two-tone mags, which is exactly what they're supposed to have. Just really, really cool stuff. And of course, that one in 375 Shaytac.
That's the accuracy arms?
No, we've got a couple of accuracy arms. One's in 338 Lapua. I think one might be in 308. I don't remember that, but this is the one that's. Oh man, I can never remember it starts with a C, but it isn't Shaytac.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, if anyone's online, there's doing a little preview.
You know what? There's another thing we've got. We've got about 30 watches, and I'm not just talking. These are all pocket watches. Thank you, Kevin. Collectible pocket watches. We've got one of those crazy Chiappa
I'm looking at a Chiappa Rhino right now.
I know. I think someone online's always been. I think it's Kirk online, or maybe it's Mark. Yeah, we have a Rhino.
Those are kind of stupidly cool.
Yeah, so cool. I dig them.
Just all kinds of really neat stuff. So, all right, you know what? We got Mark in Woodland Hills, and he wants to talk about transmissions. How are you, Mark?
I'm not changing gears that easy, buddy.
Hi, Marky.
What's going on?
Hey, by the way, a side note here, Jimmy. The lady likes the beard back.
Wonderful.
I know it sounds gay, but
you preface it with the lady.
Yeah, she was upset the last time you chopped the hair off.
I do that. Anyway. I work with kids during the school year, and I grow it out the entire year for a little treat for them. I always shave it off because they're always touching the beard and everything, and so I shave it all off, and they freak them out really good.
Hey, can we have a little respect?
Don't worry, I'm not a jealous man, so don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
We need to have some respect for Jimmy because I know former long hair myself, and I know you know the same thing. Long hair in the summertime? That you're making some sacrifices there.
You guys can
hot under the collar.
You guys can dog the bun all you want, but this is a lot of damn hair.
That is a fact.
Anyway,
what's going on, Mark?
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'd like to dovetail a little bit of what we discussed last week here. It seems this week, there's a lot of entrenched gun grabbers at the Department of Justice, and they're considering using transsexuals' problems with red flagging, which is really massive hormone injections and the SSRI poisonous meds that are being given to them by the clinical psychologists, who, by the way, often will ignore their patients who envision violence and even have expressed a desire to pursue it. And it seems like this is the only exception that the lefty libtards have for pro Second Amendment rights. Now you got the left defending them. I guess they like the murders. And as a veteran, I do support sometimes taking weapons away from veterans who've expressed a desire to perform violence. I mean, if somebody does that, take them off. If the doctors don't step in, pull their license and lock them up. By the way, we have to defeat Proposition 50 and recall Mayor Bass.
Yeah,
that's my capstone on it tonight.
All right, very good.
Both solid.
Yeah, definitely, Mark. And you got to think that when people are talking about side effects, this isn't posted up as the big red flag that the internal feelings of violence and it's not put out there enough where you're adding fuel to this fire that an already mentally unstable person, you're giving them that upper edge now. Now you're kind of pushing them toward that, and it has to be stopped.
Yeah. All right, Mark, as always, thanks. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Mark.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
All right, let's jump over to Dean in Burbank. Dean, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Dean.
Hi, how are you? I'm in the Burbank, first-time caller, thank you. I have a collection I inherited. How would that work for an auction? Some of these inherited things that are not in my name, but they're all registered and legal, but I'm an executor of the trust.
Just bring them on in.
Yeah.
All I need is an ID from somebody. Now, this is the deal. Department of Justice is not all that particular on where stuff comes from. They want to know where stuff's going.
Yes.
So they're very, very particular on that part. The only time DOJ ever gets involved is if the firearm comes up as stolen.
Yes.
So and I've been 28 years doing this, and once in a blue moon we do get one. That
somebody reported it stolen.
Pops up as stolen. Some of them
Someone reported themselves.
Yeah.
I lost it 30 years ago. Reported it stolen.
Yeah, I never took it off the stolen list. But bring them on in. We'll take care of them for you. It's not a problem.
So again, my collection's about 400.
Okay.
So for me to bring all of them in, it would probably inundate you. You guys ever go to location?
We absolutely do, and 400 is, believe it or not, fairly normal for us.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
So,
and some of them are on the list. That's been around for 30, 40 years, but they do meet the requirements of that list.
Okay.
Can I still transfer them or sell them as auction, or how does that work?
Well, which list are we talking? Are you talking about the so-called assault weapons ban?
Yes.
Okay.
Good news.
Yeah, there's ways around everything.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Call me Tuesday at the shop in Orange, the 714 number on the website, and I'll explain that to you. It kind of gets long and convoluted. Thank you for doing on air, but there's ways around a whole bunch of stuff. And
legally,
yeah,
of course,
yeah,
yes.
Absolutely, 100% legally. Worst case scenario, I can point you to some friends of mine over in Nevada, and as we stated earlier, they're in free America, so we can take care of your needs that way. But 400 guns is Jimmy just picked up 400 guns
exactly.
Not a couple of months ago up in Sacramento. So we will come to you. Just give me a call. I've got a van. I've got a big old U-Haul truck.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get over there with guys, and we'll be in and out of your hair before you even know we're there.
Yep.
How about a phone number? I'm not on the website. I just heard you on the radio. Can you have a phone number?
Yes. You got a pen?
Yes.
714-939-1172.
714-939-1172.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just heard you guys say you can you can pass those down. Does it have to be in a gun trust?
No.
Or this is in charge of the trust. It's not me passing it. I'm kind of inheriting it and kind of a trustee of this trust. Or do I get to keep any of those, or do I have to sell them?
Well, that would be up to you, but if you do keep them, if you're not a direct descendant, then what you will have to do is you will have to contact the Department of Justice through email and, through their website. And get what's called a self-registration form. And you'll have to fill that out and meet their requirements and so on.
So it is a piece of cake. It costs $19 for firearm, last I heard. And if you can be a little bit patient, they will get back to you. And again, what Jeff is saying, you do it over the internet.
Yeah, DOJ.gov, and then they have a search bar. You can go ahead and just self-registration.
But again, call me on Tuesday, and we'll get all that squared away for you. All right?
I sure appreciate your time. Thanks, folks.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Hopefully we hear from you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.
You bet. All right, guys.
Wow.
An hour?
First hour, folks.
People, it cracks me up. 400 guns is like, okay.
I was like, yeah.
That's my entire living room. Yeah.
I
got a store full of them.
My biggest collection pickup was 1,400. So, 400 doesn't scare me at all. And we'll be happy to take care of you.
What do they call that in Texas?
Good start. Yeah. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And listen to Jay and the Americans on a very unusual but cool tune on the way out.
Highlight some more stuff from the auction. I got all the, especially the high stuff.
That goddamn Shaytac gun. What is it? It's a. I always want to call it a Kotex, but it's like a Cortex or something.
KDEX. CDX 40 Shadow Precision Bolt Action Rifle.
Yeah. That one. It comes in a suitcase. It's a bolt action, and it all comes undone. It's in 308 and 243.
Ooh, that's a nice combination of calibers.
It's badass gun.
I like 243.
Great coyote gun.
Oh yeah, this is the Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Yeah, the Mini Windrunner Model 06.
So badass.
That is badass.
Yep.
You guys jump on. Don't be afraid, Joe. Go ahead and jump on the catalog. Just scroll on through it. I got to highlight some of the. It looks like one of the katanas are coming up pretty good already too. So.
Yeah, the World War II officers model. Yeah. It's getting up there. We've got one officers, two non-coms, and we've got a real one from the 1400s.
That's it. The Japanese take their history very, very seriously, and imagine something that's been around. And what kind of shape is it in?
Beautiful.
Incredible. Isn't that just incredible? 600 years old. Are you kidding me?
And you could slice right through bamboo with this thing. I mean, it's still got an incredible edge on it.
So there's the katana is the long sword. The tanto is the knife. Mm-hmm. What's the middle sword? Anybody want to correct the wakuzashi?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was going to say Suba, but that's the little thing that goes around the.
I was like, what's
happening? That's amazing stuff. Just to be able to put your hands on it. Some lucky bidder is going to go home with a piece of 600-year-old history.
Sword. Yeah.
Think of that.
Of a working tool like that, something that was out there, it's lasted the test of time, and still probably holds up just when it was made.
Just to handle something like that. I mean, not to read about it or see it in a museum. You could have that.
I was putting I got a new gun safe at the house. I wanted to go pick one up because the other one I needed to secure it, and it was just becoming a hassle. And I was going through my closet, and I was like, what else can I put in here? It's a good safe. And I found like 5 old katanas that I had.
You have 5 katanas?
Yeah.
Man, what are you doing for Halloween?
Well, I'll be a ninja again. I got a couple that have no halberd on them, no handguard. That are real bitchin'. They're like so good, and the bamboo shoot and everything. But
you could buy the handle.
And I'd rather not. They look so cool, especially how they get sheathed. They look like one solid line. They look really cool. But yeah, I remember that was such a cool thing with growing up. I was like, I'm gonna get another sword, and then now it's get another gun.
Swords are always cool, and you know what they say: you never shoot a sword empty.
You never shoot a sword empty. Nope. And the Ice House Manufacturing. Ice House.
Oh, man,
IHM.
yeah.
That one looks so bitchin'.
That is a functioning semi-automatic, once upon a time was a machine gun.
That's the Russian?
Yeah.
I love the Ice House. That's a little bit of humor there.
Yeah.
All those daggers.
Jenna Grant here, inviting you to the Town Hall 2025 Conservative
Whoa, we're live on 1878.
Yeah, who was asking earlier about with the Model 41 being retired, as we're going to step up to the plate and make a. Who else steps into that? I mean, outside of the boutique European makers.
Yeah, nobody really.
Nobody's making a thing like that right now, are they? Browning Buckmarks are good, but they're not quite in that category.
No, the Ruger Mark IVs, I think they are now. Same, they're good, but they're not. You know, the only real rival that gun had is the Colt Match Target.
Yeah.
You know, and I've got a plethora of both.
Yeah, I'd have to shoot off sometime.
I'm still waiting on that camera thing. I'm beginning to think that it's one of those. You spend your money on eBay or on Faceplant, and it never shows up.
I've gotten burned once or twice. I'm sorry to say, slow learner.
It was only $35, so probably should have been my first clue.
Be a sushi chef on Halloween with those katanas.
That's what you're gonna do.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be. What is it? What's that place called? I haven't been there. Benihana. Yo, I'll be one of those.
Yeah, Benihana. Sorry about that little girl.
Shrimp, finger.
Oh, yes, the old finger barbecue.
Finger food, you say.
Would you be interested in a tribal New Guinea short sword with a sheath made out of palm leaf, a war pickup from my great uncle?
Sure.
Jim?
We had a
there
guy
you go.
come in yesterday with 3 or 4 real unusual knives. He said he had 50 more, and he wanted to. Now the problem was 2 of his were phony baloney, but 1 was real.
But 1 was real?
Yeah. So I told him, you know, I got to see him, and you know, we'll sell them. You know what we would do with the phony ones, we'll usually bundle them and just make one lot of.
Sure.
You know, and then the real ones we'll sell.
What the hell's going on here?
This should be us, I believe.
Discord is not what we are moving towards.
Yep. Prima donna. Prima donna. Oh, pretty donna. Donna. Oh, prima donna. Ha! We're apart. She's smile. I got a girl named Go. Not a damn love me so. Not a damn realize she had a pair of roving eyes. Wow. We dated. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Ready Roll.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And you know what this is? This is our second
Power.
Packed Hour. That's where we get phone calls. Jimmy, what's that number?
Call in 866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
All right, and while we were on break, we were talking about some of the stuff coming up. Read it off again, Jimmy, because not everybody got to hear it.
Oh, yeah, let's go jump right back into it. So, yeah, I was pulling up, not only do we have firearms and those cool watches, but there's a few katanas on there, a couple swords on there that are already running pretty good. We got the circa World War II katana sword with metal scabbard up on there.
Yeah, well, we have 2 that are non-coms and 1 that's an officer's, and then we have 1 from the 1400s. So
From the 14, I still can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah,
How neat is that?
That's a long time ago.
That's
It's over 600 years old, and you could buy it and take it home with no paperwork involved.
Paperwork. You had that 1908 in there, that cool 1908 with paperwork. Oh, jeez.
By the way, Jimmy is leafing through the catalog as we speak. For those of you who are just hearing us on radio, you could be looking at all this. You could be playing along.
Well, we've got a couple of accuracy arms. We've got the one that's in the 375 Shade Tech. What was that called again?
Cadex.
Cadex. That's the company. And that Cadex, it weighs about 45 pounds. It shoots this 375 Shytac. It's got
Which is a
2-mile bullet.
It's a necked down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a neck down 50 caliber into much smaller. So that makes it legal. Number one, but number two, they were smart, and what they did was they put a large rifle primer in it.
Smart.
So you don't have to use that Godzilla. That hockey puck
$4
primer. Yeah.
And ballistically, the projectile itself is so ballistically efficient that it is literally a mile and a half. Bite my tongue as I say, potentially a 2-mile capable rifle.
Yeah, so it's just an absolutely amazing firearm, and it comes with the prone bag. So it comes in a bag that you can unzip and lay down to shoot off of.
Everything you need.
Yeah. Then there's another. It comes with the Dillon Big Boy Reloader with dies, so you can. And it comes with a ton of brass and ammo.
Yep.
So this is a complete starter kit.
Yeah, and the bullets are $15 a piece, and with this, you've got everything right there under the.
Yeah, roughly 140 rounds of mixed factory and hand-loaded ammo. So
Yeah, so
dang, you get to take it once you get it. You can take it out.
That Dillon Reloader, all on its own, is over $2,000. So it's quite a package. So we're really excited to see what kind of money that gets. And let's see, what else do we got?
Something that grabbed my eye right now is a custom Terry Tucci.
Oh yeah, Terry Tucci built 1911, custom made. Absolutely, that thing's getting up there. We've got a Diana grade superposed Browning. I think
That's a really nice high end shotgun. A medium end shotgun, honestly. Because when one thinks Parazzis and Kriegoffs and stuff.
Oh, which, by the way, for December, we took in 3 or 4 Parazzis this week.
Living right, man.
Well, every one of the Parazzis have extra barrel sets.
That's this good a kit. Let me ask you a question, because we have done the comparos in the past. It's like buying, for me, fine scotch, and those of you who have taken me out to dinner in the past, I appreciate it. But I can't really tell the difference once you get past like a $50 bottle of scotch. God bless you with your $10,000. You're wasting it on me, man. Tell me, for me, the Ne Plus Ultra is something like a Beretta, okay? Something like that. It's a really, really, really good shotgun. Can you really tell the difference between a Perazzi and a Beretta? I know it's a gun show, and I'm not asking you to throw yourself under a bus. Can you?
No.
So it's... first of all, it does my heart good.
It's not like you're going to JCPenney and buying a set of Ted Williams golf clubs, versus
going to a Roger Dunn and getting fitted.
Yeah, it's not like that. With a Perazzi, it's a piece of art.
Yeah,
and so you're really it's prestige. Because, the very first round of skeet I ever shot, you ready for this? This was at Fish Canyon Range back in the day in Dewarty. And just to be a dick, I went out, you ready for this? With an 1887 lever action Winchester.
Hey now.
I shot a full, and I was 23 out of 25.
With a
lever action.
87. First of all, everybody has to have looked like, I say.
Well, I actually had 2 people freak out because they thought I had a rifle.
They're like, wait a second.
I would see no reason to disabuse them of that notion, by the way.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, an 1887 Winchester, it's the same gun that Arnold used in Terminator 2. It's a lever action shotgun.
So cool.
Yeah, it's a 12 gauge. It's actually made out of iron. It's not a steel gun, so you have to be careful what you shoot through.
They've made reproductions since that are safe.
They have, yeah, but this was a long barrel. It was a 30-inch. It had been augured out from 2.5-inch shell to 2 3/4. That's why I did it. Yeah, but I used Winchester Featherlights, or the FL8s,
which is even less lead.
Yeah,
which makes the shooting even more impressive.
And they go very slow, so I had to
really get in front.
Really lead.
Had to really lead those guys. But I had a blast shooting it. No pun intended.
That gun, when you bring that gun up to your shoulder, you are looking literally right down the barrel.
Yeah.
So if you do your part, I mean, it's a straight shooting gun.
Yeah. And the other thing is there's almost no bead. They had that itty bitty, tiny little thing. And of course, it's 100 and something years old, so the years have worn it down even more so.
Trying to find it.
Yeah, kind of like.
And for anyone out there who thinks they're a badass and they want to lever it like Arnold does, go ahead and find one, try it yourself, and see how your wrist, hands, fingers, and shoulder find out.
Yeah, understand that he was doing that with an aluminum one.
Yes.
Not
And
an iron
It's
one.
good training for those BB gun competitions that they have.
So I'm going to wrap myself out. You know, the John Wayne flick of the rifle. Of course,
Yeah.
Chuck Connors did it too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not 6'4". And oddly enough, that front sight coming back up, if you're not careful,
peekaboo.
Take a chunk out of your hide?
it did right through my shirt. Took a chunk out of my shirt too.
Hey.
So I only did that once.
Once.
Well, let me back up. I only did that once incorrectly.
This is like doing giants as a gymnast. You know, where you can swing all. How do you do that a first time? There has to. The learning curve's pretty steep, as you discovered.
Yes, I did, and I still have the scar. Let's get to Mike and El Segundo. How are you, Mike?
Evening, Mike.
Hi, Jeff and Mark and Jimmy. Hi, gentlemen. You know, we're coming up on the 9/11 genocidal Muslim terrorist attack anniversary, so that'll be this Thursday.
Yep.
Will be the 24th anniversary. And over all these years since that terrorist attack, the news media has stopped showing the airplanes, the hijacked airplanes flying into the World Trade Center. They don't want to show anything negative but truthful against jihadist Muslim terrorists. In fact, they want you to think that Israel's a bad guy and the Muslim terrorists are all the angels and all that. Anyway, the worst fight for your life is the one you do not know you are in. And right now, the United States and all Americans and all of Western civilization are in the worst fight for their life. And most Americans do not know that they're in it. And that fight is against two serious existential threats and enemies, and one is the ideology of Marxism, which includes socialism and communism. Socialism includes Nazism as well. And the other is Islam, which is very serious. In fact, Marxism has mass murdered more than 145 million innocent civilians, and it turns out that Islam may have mass murdered even more, but over a period of 1,400 years. The numbers are less available for Islam. And I've read the Quran, which is Islam's highest authority scripture. I've also read Reliance of the Traveler, which is a codification of the Quran into Sharia, which is Islamic law. And you have to codify it in the same way you would codify city ordinances passed by city council into the city's municipal code, because each ordinance it can be an edit, an add, delete, or modify existing text. And the same with the Quran. Muhammad started Islam out being supposedly peaceful and tolerant when he had very few followers and he was very weak militarily. But when he became stronger after Muslims migrated to Mecca, he started changing the Quran to include jihad, offensive warfare against non-Muslims for world conquest. And he added a verse to the Quran, which is Surah or chapter 2, verse 106, which established the Islamic doctrine of abrogation, where whenever there's two conflicting verses in the Quran, the one he added later it abrogates, it nullifies the old one and replaces it.
He'll add one
so
in that's better
people will
or
cite
equal.
a few peaceful verses in the Quran and say it's a religion of peace, which is not, and they ignore a whole chapter of jihad verses that were added later. So I want to make it clear that Islam is, like Marxism, it's a supremacist, genocidal ideology for world conquest, to take over the world, and they both want to force their ideology onto everyone else and to basically enslave everyone else. So Islam is an idea. It's actually not just a religion. It's tightly integrated system of religion, of warfare, and of government under Sharia law. And is in the Quran, Muslims must over time conquer the world, and there's only three choices for non-Muslims, and choice is not yours. It's up to the Muslims to decide for you. But the three choices are that they have to either kill or enslave, subjugate, enslave, or convert all non-Muslims worldwide to Islam.
Kill, convert, or pay the jizya. And pay
Mike,
the tax.
we got to wrap it up. We got about 30 seconds.
Pay the jizya. The jizya is the extortion money they make you pay to stay alive and remain non-Muslim. Now, Islam is in complete conflict with and completely incompatible with our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, because in Islam there's no freedom of speech, no freedom of religion. Once you're a Muslim, whether you're born into it or you convert into it, you can never leave Islam. It's like the Hotel California. You can check in, but you can never check out.
Sharia law is the most anti-American thing in the world. So yes.
Other Muslims are supposed to kill you if if you leave Islam for any religion or no
Apostasy.
religion at all.
Yep.
And then there's no freedom from slavery in Islam. Islam forever permits slavery, torture, amputations, cutting off a hand for stealing, cutting off a hand and an opposite foot for what they call making mischief in the land, which means preaching any other religion other than Islam. And it includes mass murder, and it's in the Quran that they're supposed to cut off the heads, and for some reason, I don't know why, the fingertips of non-Muslims who will not convert to Islam. And that's why I say it's not a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of pieces when they cut your body parts off.
All right, Mike, we got to go. We're coming up on a break. As always, good talking to you. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Whew. Okay, everybody, take a breath.
Take a breath for it.
You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.
Once he gets around to not really disagreeing.
Well, the big thing right now is there's an Islamic dilemma, because Islam says that if Muhammad doubted anything, he has to go to the people of the book, and which are Jews and Christians.
Right.
But now all the I don't want to say all the Islamists. I don't want to say Muslims, because Muslims, half of them don't even read their book. But they all say our scripture is corrupted. But in the 7th century, we still have exactly what was in the 7th century. So they are cutting themselves down. So if
that's
Islam
the Christian conundrum, yes.
Islam is true, then our books are true, and if our books are false, Islam is still false. So they have nowhere to go. So the worst and fakest prophet ever.
And more than 1/3, and the fastest reproducing ideology on the planet.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And in the west, sailed down to the sea. And the nest, it's time for a cowboy to dream.
Oh, Dino.
Purple line in the banyan, that's where I long to be with my sweet good companion. Just my rifle, pony, and me. Welcome back. A little long, but I don't care.
Oh, Dino.
Nothing like
That's not such beautiful color in that song, honestly.
And the coolest guy ever.
The coolest.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. The Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And guess what? We got lines open. What's that number, Jim?
Call in 866-870-5752. Once again, you know what? Might as well. 866-870-5752.
And we've been getting a lot of questions online. What are those things again?
Oh, yeah. If you guys are online, we're on YouTube, we're on YouTube, Facebook Live, X, and Rumble. Just search out Gunslinger Auctions or Gunslinger Radio. You'll find us there. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, especially on shows like this where we're getting so many great calls. We have you guys interacting. We'll see everyone, Doug and Melissa, Jim over there, radio guy, Ricky. Good to see you, brother, and Kirk, all over the place. Love you guys. You guys are the heartbeat of this show. So keep pouring in. Everyone keep jumping on in.
That's it.
We got the radio community. We got the phone call community. We got the social media community. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Couldn't agree more. In fact, we need to get some people from other states to start calling in more. So
yeah,
that always gives us a little bit of a fizz, doesn't it?
Yeah, really. You know, the one state I can't remember getting a phone call from is Florida. I think we've gotten just about every other state in the union, but I don't remember a call from Florida. So if anybody's watching out there in Florida, give us a call.
My cousin Melanie, come on.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's get to C-Note in Salinas.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good to hear. Good to see. We see you online. Good to hear from you. This is sweet.
So, yeah, I figured I'd cut to the chase, and so I could just fill you in quick on whatever else I needed to know. So I do have a question, though. Like, if I don't buy the gun, then what would it take for her to sell it either to a gun dealer or to another, gun person?
Well, if she wants to sell to a gun dealer, just have her bring her ID. So we're talking about a handgun, and she's in California with it already. It's a Smith & Wesson 357, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so all she has to do is take it into a gun dealer. A gun dealer can buy it for her, or he can consign it for her. That's completely up to her and whatever the gun dealer
Or
works
arrange
out.
the transfer if that's what your game plan is.
Yeah, if she wants to sell it to somebody else, then you have to take it into a dealer and do what's called a private party transfer. Because in California, there is no gun show loophole. You have to do everything through a dealer. So she can take it in and do a private party transfer. It'll cost the buyer, not the seller, $47. And
Takes about 15 minutes, and all the seller needs is just the ID.
A seller needs the ID. Buyer will need driver's license, firearms card, and a second proof of residency. And of course, if the license says, well, you don't worry about that. We'll get to that.
So a firearms card means what? I don't have one.
A firearms.
And I might want to buy it.
Okay, if you want to buy it, a firearms card is a card that California requires anybody buying any kind of firearm. It's a 30-question test you can take at any gun store. It's basically an extortion.
The money goes to the states.
Yeah, the money goes to the state. It's
$25.
$25. Been a while since I've done one. I don't remember the price.
You got people for that, man.
Yeah, and it's a 30-question multiple choice written by bureaucrats. So
read it bureaucratically.
Only a part of it makes sense.
If you have, pardon me, but just for a second, if you have any questions about your ability to pass the test, they do have a practice test on the California State DOJ website. And it's important because, as Jeff correctly states out, it's not just the questions themselves, but the way they are phrased. We know people who are incredibly knowledgeable about firearms that have a tough time wrangling their way through the test. Not to scare you off, if you'll probably pass it, but there is a practice test available.
Yeah. I don't need one, but the last time I took it just goofing around, when I actually read, I missed two.
Yeah, I believe it, absolutely.
Yeah, there's one question about what's the most safest place to
point the fire,
to point a fire up, down, sideways, up your whatever, and the wording of the question is so
ambiguous, and
it makes little sense, and so the answer doesn't make much sense. And of course, the one thing that everybody gets wrong now is you have to be 21, you can't be 18. To buy a firearm.
Right.
So,
and it's called a
which
firearms.
Makes no sense because you're not a gun dealer. You don't need to know that.
No, that is none of your business. Firearms safety certificate, the FSC card. That's what you're working for, and and any gun shop can abide you with that.
And we don't want to frighten you away from that because, again, if you can fog a mirror, you'll probably pass the test. But it's a little bit of a challenge.
It's 30 questions. You get to miss 7. You can't miss 8. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Thanks for all your help.
Anytime. Thanks so much for calling. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. And speak of the devil, we got Robert in Florida.
Hey, Floridian.
Hey guys, this is Robert from LA, but I'm with my buddy in Florida, Tampa, Florida.
Very cool.
We're sitting in the garage watching you on the TV, and he has a question. He wants to know: is it possible to take a 40-foot or 40-foot shipping container and make a shooting range out of it?
Well, a 40-footer, yeah.
Handguns only. Yeah. That's what I told him.
You're gonna have to really, really enforce not just the end where you're shooting, but the sides and the top.
And the ceiling, man.
Because I have been to many indoor ranges with lots of holes in the roof.
All of a sudden,
if I may. I'm sorry, I taught for years at Rio Hondo College because they had a police range there. Okay, and I got to use the range at no charge. And as you looked up, and you could look at the ceiling and see this was a police range.
Yeah.
So,
well, I tell you, Robert, here's something to tell your friend. At one time, I was actually... Pardon?
Go ahead. He's listening to you right now.
Okay, I was actually considering, because I see I'm in the city of Norco and I'm on acreage. I was actually considering digging a huge hole in my backyard, putting one of those 40-foot sea containers in there with a tunnel at the end, about 3 foot around, and making, because with the tunnel at the end, I've got the earth as a backstop.
Yep.
So I was actually going to do that, but it would have been underground completely, except for a stairway, the way I was going to have it, except for a stairway in. So it would have been covered by earth all the way around. So it would have been a great.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it would have been, but then you start getting into city issues, and I just said I give. But it would have been.
Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't your wife who said no?
Well played. She actually loves to shoot. We go shooting together often. In fact, we'll probably, hopefully, we're going to go next weekend because I got a few new ones I want to try.
Oh yeah.
So, all righty.
Yeah. So I said
we're 4 foot above the water table. Is the only problem.
Oh yeah. Well,
anyways, I sat there, made a list when I was in LA, and I pulled out here. So I have introduced you to a new customer from Florida on your Gunslinger website, your auction coming up. He's
awesome.
like, I like that. He likes the 1969 Colt Python 2-inch.
Oh yeah,
nice taste.
Yeah, he's like, I like that. And then I showed him, here's a Kimber. I like that too.
A lot of stuff you'll like on there,
Robert. I have another customer out there who goes by Don Jr. he gets our catalog. Go figure.
Does.
Anyway, we're coming up on the hard break. We got to go. Thanks for calling in from Florida.
Say, look, now you check the bucket list. You have someone from Florida calling.
That is so much. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you later. Thanks again.
You take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
God bless you. Thanks so much.
All right, from Florida.
Look at that.
How cool is that? Hey, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back. I'm not doing the rest of that. Especially a cappella.
Oh, yeah. We're straight up on this.
You ever watch the old Andy Griffith show?
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes, Barney's trying to get into the chorus, and Andy says something about singing a cappella, and Barney has no idea what that means, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know, a cappella, a cappella." Oh man, I love that
Barney.
show. Yeah, he meant well. Absolutely love that show.
And the cartridge in the pocket.
Yeah. that inevitably goes off every time he puts it in the gun. Man, we're in the last half hour already.
This one has flown by.
They all fly by.
That part is true. Oh, Melissa says I can hit that note.
I can't.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not even sure I could do the octave.
I love that. Phil Seibel, refill.
Oh, yeah.
Lived on a 17th century, a palatial 17th century estate. He had the bank for it. And it was surrounded, it had huge barns and carriage houses everywhere on the property. And so he turned one of them into a 2-story bar. Big respect for that. The other one he turned into a shooting range. And it was about a 75-yard shooting range. I mean, it was a legit, real nice facility. Evacuation fans and all that stuff.
You okay?
Oh, I had to take this real bad. Before I had a cough that had a little something behind it. I was like, oh, I'm not going to juggle this while we're on the...
Yeah.
I can hit... Melissa, I can hit that note.
Yeah.
I just sent a webpage with a photo of the band Strange Days from the 4th of July to the show. Email for Jeff. It might be his drummer.
I was listening to this.
So, Mark and Bass, I just sent a web page with a photo of the band Strange Days from 4th of July to the show's email for Jeff. It might be his drummer. Might be your drummer. Maybe.
On Strange Days. The drummer of Strange Days, if I recall, is Dave Madden. Dave and I went to high school together, West Covina High. But he actually, when the drummer I was talking about, Mike Serafian, that passed away, from the same issue that John, what the hell was that guy's name? From Three's Company.
John Ritter?
John Ritter.
Ramblin' Rose.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Rose. How you doing, Suzanne?
Anyway, I had the band The Trip and the band Riders on the
Right.
Storm going at the same time, and Mike got mad at me over something, so he quit Riders, and I brought Dave Madden in, and it took us one rehearsal. And he's still he's I believe he's the drummer for that band, and Devin, the keyboard player from my band, fills in for them every now and again. Oh, so long-time friends, 30, 40, 50 years.
We were discussing the fact that they had a longer career than the Doors did.
Oh, yeah.
By a lot.
You know, Wild Child, they've been going since like 1980. Oh, there we go. I fell in love with you, and so the way you move me too gladly. Yeah.
I can hit that note.
Hold me tight. Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
Held me tight.
And stole a kiss there in the night. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Radio On.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Nailed the accent.
Oh, man. You guys, we're already in our last half hour.
Gosh. Fastest 2 hours on radio is an understatement. This is the fastest 2 hours on the road, in the air, anything you got.
I'm telling you.
And we know that there's a bunch of callers out there just waiting for that last 7-minute window.
I know. It always
to start
happens that
stacking
way.
calls.
And what is that number?
You're going to want to call in. That's 866 870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
All right, let's get to Ed in Riverside. How are you, Ed?
Evening, Ed.
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How about you?
Well, I'd bitch, but who'd listen?
Yeah, always good hearing from you.
Everybody in radio.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that, am I?
In my room at my desk, watching this full moon come up. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. It's going to be a fun drive.
Well, you mentioned something earlier called I think it was the 375 Shaytac.
Correct,
How do you spell it? S-H-A?
It's C-H. I want to say it's C-H-E-Y.
Yeah, it's C-H-E-Y-T-E-C, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does that compare, other than a caliber difference, with the 416 Barrett?
Similar.
Which is also a nick down 50 caliber.
Right. Similar, but what's better, the Shaytac, the projectile itself is longer and thinner.
What they call long for bore.
Yeah.
Which makes it very ballistically efficient.
Yeah, so and because it's a little lighter, it's a little thinner, it's going to go a little farther. You know, because the 416 Barrett, the other bonus for the Shaytac is, again, the fact that it uses a large rifle pistol. I'm sorry, a large rifle pistol? Yep. A large rifle primer, as opposed to that big 50 caliber primer, which
freaking landmine pancake.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. It's like a hockey puck primer. And the problem with number one, you can't ever find them. Number two, if you do, you think regular primers are expensive. Try getting one of those. And so this one takes care of that, and you just use large rifle Magnum primers, and you're good to go.
Okay, so the Barrett uses the 50 caliber.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Just in case you want to check it out on the catalog, if you get a chance, it's lot 205A.
And I think without too much difficulty, you can see Jeff shooting one.
Catalog. I got to see if you have any Ruger Old Armies.
I don't think this time, but don't quote me for sure. I don't think we do this time.
Just in case, I'll look it up, and off air, I'll go ahead and send it on over.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks, Ed. We'll talk to you later.
God bless you, Ed.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
You too.
Ed is talking about a Ruger Old Army, which was, if you can imagine, one of those modern firearms company on earth. Ruger, for a period of time, made a percussion cap pistol.
Yeah, basically the 1858 Remington.
If it was the big 1858 Remington was the size of a car.
Well, it's. I said based.
Yeah, based. It's 44 caliber, and it is. It's a large frame gun. It's big, heavy as a horse.
Yep.
And just a great shooting firearm.
Well, they work like a Ruger, so they're
there you go.
Indestructible and just always go bang.
And Ed, I looked it up. I looked through the catalog. There is a search engine on there. I looked for any old armies that we have. Not this catalog, but again,
we do get them all the time.
We get them all the time.
You know, people always call. You know, well, I've got a huge collection. Oh, okay. How many? You know, well, I've got 25 guns. It's like, you know, we get 500-600 guns at a time.
Hey, we just got a call for 400.
Yeah, so 25 guns. We're happy to come
Glad to
get
look
them,
at it.
but you know,
that's a nice lunch hour.
Well, yeah, you know, this is a nice starter kit. This, you know, the lady I'm seeing tomorrow has 75, and when you know, she said, well, you know, it is 75 firearms. I'm like, yeah,
thank you.
And she's like, have you picked up 75 guns before? I was like, no, yeah.
Why do you have more?
The 1400 gun story, guys. Really quick. They brought this out in a semi truck, and
they would take it.
These firearms were in huge. I mean, do you remember all the big moving
Pallets
boxes?
and-
It was just insane, and they just kept coming and coming. And some of the stuff in there, that was the collection where we got Winchester 1873 serial number 6, lowest known to exist.
Look at that. I mean, this kind of stuff we get in, folks. We get the whole kit and caboodle. We get the whole gamut of firearms and more.
Yeah, there was a 2-digit Colt 1911. I think it was 53.
This guy was pretty serious about collecting.
In
In case the number didn't hook you up.
We did. We split that into 3 auctions because I do have to help. You know, when we have other people that want to sell stuff, so I can't do them all. You know, just their stuff. So what we did, we split them into. The first auction was Colt and Winchester. The second auction was Marlin, and the third auction, because the guy was a big time Marlin collector, and I know for a fact a very famous individual bought several of the Marlins. Yeah, I won't mention names because he's still around, but well, anyway. And then the last one was all military, and those were huge auctions. We had a lot of stuff.
And that's another bottom line that we do here too, is that we don't want to overflood and bring your prices of what you're getting down as well. We want to make sure everything stays balanced because, again, the more you make, the more it helps us out on our side.
Yeah, this is one of the things about the auction. See, people always are so afraid, oh, you know, I don't want my guns to sell for $5. It's like, neither do I.
No.
You know, what is a percentage, you know, of $5? It's not worth anybody's trouble. So we make sure that we get the money.
Yep.
You know, so you know, remember, I am the auctioneer.
Yeah, and again, if you go onto with a catalog, you can see the kind of descriptions that we have on there to make sure and there's multiple pictures, but we also have a range of where these generally should fall, and so you can kind of get the median out of what you're looking at there.
We give full description of everything, and there's 10 to 20 pictures per firearm. So, you know, it's a very professional catalog. And like I said, we've been doing this a long, long time.
And it's fun to look at.
Oh, yeah. and you know, the guys that I have doing the catalog, JR and Tim, they were back with the old regime for 20 years before I came in there. So, you know, they were John's guys. So,
and they've been doing it a long time, and they're really good at it.
Oh, yeah. And they'll be with us in Vegas, too, both of them.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a full house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. I may have to get more tables just so we can fit us all in.
Hey, we'll cram in there. We'll do a lot of walking in there, too. So
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet on the show, so I don't know if they're going to have that Western deal again this year or not. So for the last couple of years in the adjacent building, they had the first year, 2 years ago, they had a big auction, and they had all kinds of really cool Western memorabilia, saddles, and all kinds of
artwork. The artwork there was so cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had everything from Remington, real Remingtons, not the stuff that you buy at Monkey Ward's or whatever. They had Charlie Russells. They had
Remington and Russell. Those are the greatest American artists, aren't they?
Well, they had a Russell that was literally done on a napkin. You remember that one? He had just kind of
doodled it.
Yeah, doodled it on a napkin. That was a really, really cool thing to see. And of course, some beautiful Bolin saddles and just this is the kind of stuff Roy Rogers would ride, and the black saddle with all the silver, and of course the Corona pad. That's the pad underneath that's black and white. Just coolest of cool
Some
stuff.
cool Native American stuff that was there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean if you're looking for the era type stuff or just beautiful pieces, that was really bitching to be at.
It was. And the last year, earlier this year, they had stuff, but they didn't have
as much.
Yeah, nearly as much. And I don't think they did the auction. So I don't know what they're going to do in 26. So
hopefully they'll see the drive come back up and they'll do something big again, because that was a lot of fun.
And we'll see if we can't get Mark Hall Patton back on the show.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
That's also known as the Beard of Knowledge. In my phone, it auto-corrected me. He's the bed of knowledge.
Or the bed of knowledge.
Not sure what that means, but there's
worked out of the Philippines.
Online. That's me and Mark. Jimmy took that picture. That's me and the beard right
great
there.
Shot. Yeah, what a great shot.
And what a really nice man. He was standing there talking to me, and Jimmy and I left for a minute, and Rick from Pawn Stars came up, and I went up and introduced myself and tried to get him on the show, but he said he was too busy. So he took my card and
using the toothpick.
Using it to prop open a door.
I'm sure he's a very busy guy.
No doubt.
And as soon as people hear gun radio, they go, well, hamina.
But here you are on like blanketing the West Coast.
Yeah.
All the way up for people in Tillamook, Oregon.
Well, all the way out to Florida, for crying out loud. So how cool was that? We asked, and our friends received. No, we received. How the hell these? Can you tell my Coke's wearing off?
Oh man,
Coca-Cola.
It's a two-way street, and everyone's going which way, because we're filling in gaps, and you guys out there are filling in gaps for us. So we love it.
That was really cool of you to call in from Florida. That was really good. Anyway,
we're touching all bases over here. The auction goes from Alaska to Zimbabwe, A to Z, and this show hits everywhere. So if you're online right now and you just want to let us know where you're listening from or where you're watching from, go ahead and just put it in the comments. I want to see where everyone's at. Give everyone a little shout out over here.
There you go.
A lot of fun times.
Yeah. Again, gunslingerauctions.com. That's how you get a hold of me. Hopefully Dean from LA gives me a call. I'd be interested to see what all...
Right?
Look at that. Already we got a virtual Vic over in Pennsylvania. Look at that.
No kidding.
We're all over
Pennsylvania. We will do that, Vic.
Look at that. Yeah, so it's so fun. This show is, again, we are based in California, and we have to battle a lot of things in California, but the things we do here are for this country, and they're for
the whole country.
Yeah, we're Funds with Guns across this nation and the world if we can get it.
Yep. And we've got some stuff coming up in the future. Hopefully Kevin can make that work. I won't say nothing yet, but we have some possibly really cool news coming up.
Real cool stuff.
So we'll fill you in on that as we can. But anyway, you're listening to one of my favorite songs, and the Gunslinger Show.
Oh yeah,
the Gunslinger Radio Network.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Fairfield, Ohio. Captain Rip.
Kirk over in the LBC.
Melissa says, I hope to get to one of Jeff's auctions one day.
We hope so,
well,
too.
You know what? The location is no secret, Melissa. And
come up and say hey.
Yeah.
It'll always be cool to see. Anyone, if you just want to stop by and say hi,
that's cool too.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, literally, you can just walk in. You don't have
what does it cost even to get in?
Zero.
See, you just walk around, enjoy the cars, meet the guys.
Yeah, say hello.
Have fun.
It'd be nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what Mike from El Segundo looks like.
Yeah. So, Mike, if you're hearing this, we'd like to see you up here. So yeah, everyone, if you just want to stop on in, please.
Ooh, I hope this is not true. Jake Reno has some harsh news.
What?
Some hard news.
quick.
I read the other day the Beard passed away from a stroke.
The who?
The Beard.
Oh, no.
We're hoping that ain't true. But.
I make a real cool brand. I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. Boom, 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 boom. My buddies and me, you're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Radio On.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we just had a possible really, really sad news.
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
We'll look it up. Well, let's not share it until we know.
Okay. Well, in the meantime,
we got some good news. Virtual Vic from Pennsylvania got the hands up for Pennsylvania going red, God willing.
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, it's starting to happen. For all the people, we've had some real naysayers. We've been doing this over 6 years now.
Yeah.
We've had some naysayers who always say, Jeff, you ought to just pull up stakes and go to another part. And Jeff keeps saying the same thing.
Yep.
And I agree with you. How about this is my home? How about we stick around and fight? And are we winning?
Yes, we are.
We are winning. CRPA, Rick Travis, people like him, organizations like that. By golly, we are winning.
We are.
We may get some red back in this state yet.
And here's another reason for it. Our friend Brent in L.A. How are you, Brent?
Shalom, Brent.
Shalom, you shamelessly sober horse soldier bourbon gunslinger.
Hey now.
That is a mouthful. What's going on, Brent?
We could sniff bourbon with the best of them.
Well, Jeff, if you don't guzzle horse soldier bourbon, you ain't a real gunslinger.
Hey.
And if John Wayne in Rooster Cogburn or Lee Marvin in Capaloo could hear you, they'd be rolling their eyes and smirking.
Well, I don't know about that, Pilgrim.
But on the positive side, your beautiful bumper music is so wonderful, nostalgic, and uplifting, it needs to be widely broadcast for young gunslinging guys and gals.
Yeah, it goes out live on the radio, but we can't do it online because every time we do, we get drilled and nailed and threatened, with all kinds of everything. I mean, Kevin, real quick, come in and explain this, why we can't do this. We get nailed with every kind of... here he comes.
There are algorithms that must be satiated.
Yeah, so why can't we... There you go.
So what happens is because of copyright laws, YouTube blocks us.
Yep.
It's impossible for us to get monetized when we start getting views. Rumble doesn't play with us at all, but Facebook will block us as well because of copyright issues. So
and that was part of the reason that Instaface or Gram or Cheese or whatever.
Instagram, just because we're so topical on 2A and guns, they didn't quite understand that we promote safety with guns, not go out and kill your neighbor with guns. But the fact that we use the word guns,
that's all it took.
And all it takes is because they run off of robots and algorithms and all that. So these spice words and these melodies all pop up on their register, on their radar, and they just crash it down on us
So Kevin called me and said, "Look, the only way to do this is we can play them online we play
them on air because we pay ASCAP and BMI a certain amount to have a certain amount of liberty with licensing.
Yeah,
but to do it online would cost us.
Yeah, you just got to listen to me with no music. Sorry.
Hey, I'm working on getting us a reverb unit. Okay,
that's it. That's the final touch.
That would definitely help. Go ahead, Brett.
I would sort of think that all the musicians would see it as free advertising. But I also wanted to give magadittos to Mike on his accurate exposition of Muhammad, Allah, and Islam. For joyful jihadi Muslims, Marxists, Democrats, and rhino Republicans like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, 9/11 has become a full-blown celebration to cancel God and Western civilization with their mostly peaceful and loving Luciferian religion of rape, pillage, plunder, and global genocide.
Muhammad, may police be upon him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just in case, I know this is a gun show and all that, but remember that I just have it up here because I always like to keep it on hand. That the Surah 98:6 states that those who believe in the Scripture are worst of all creatures, and that's how they look at you, folks. If you're a Jew or Christian or anyone that's not them, they think you are the worst. So imagine that's in their book, and that's how they see you.
Well, they mean our demise. That is their theology. And as it turns out, everybody else in the crossfire, including Sunnis against Shia and Shia against this and that, it's just they slaughter more of each other than they've ever slaughtered of us. But they've slaughtered us in the tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions.
Yeah, so do your research on the Crusades and see why they were a necessary force.
Yeah.
Don't always look so bad.
Yeah, and maybe try something other than Google.
Yeah.
All right. Brent, as always, thanks for the call.
God bless you, Brent. Good to hear from you.
God bless you.
Bye-bye. Take care now.
And Vlad wasn't that bad of a guy.
The Impaler?
He had his reasons.
Yep. As Romania looked at him as a, I don't want to say a martyr or a saint, but they do hold him in high esteem for why he had to do the things he did.
Sitting under a guy being crucified, dipping your bread.
Impaled.
Okay. Dipping your bread into his blood and then eating it. Kind of.
Some of the facts may be largely exaggerated, but if they did make your brother into cut off his genital, what do they call it? A eunuch?
Castrati, a eunuch.
A eunuch. If they did that and brainwashed him and brought him back to you as a woman, and you said, "Don't do that,"
and you killed thousands of your people,
and slaughtered all that, maybe that would leave a bit of a bad taste in your mouth.
Absolutely, but
I'm going to mine our friend Richard earlier in the evening and give you a very bad joke. According to Vlad the Impaler, who, by the way, was the model for Dracula. Is there anybody out there that doesn't know that? Good fences make for good neighbors. But in the words of Vlad the Impaler, bad neighbors make good fences.
Yes.
Okay, we're sorry about that.
No. But guns, auction, 5 days away.
Save it!
And we do have a spear in there.
And there's a spear.
There is a spear in there. I forgot
There's a
all about
spirited
that crazy
discussion.
thing. There is so much interesting stuff, and again, December is way the hell next week.
We keep saying that, right?
It's around the corner, and we've got some nice art coming in. We've got a whole bunch of jewelry coming in. It's going to be an interesting collection of stuff. But next week, 750. I think
500 guns. That's right. That's what you assured us.
No more than 500. So I think the official actual amount is 749.
Hey, under 750, folks.
Missed it by that much.
But you have to remember that there's like 251A, 251.
Well, that's including the A's. Because number-wise, it only goes into the 600. But there's a whole bunch of A's. And, some of those pocket watches are just really cool. They all came from the same collection, and the man was a collector for more than 50 years. And so a lot of really cool stuff there. And, firearms. I mean, you name it. From 1911s to Smith & Wesson revolvers to 1022 Rugers, we got the whole gamut. It's all there. So go check out gunslingerauctions.com. And again, we go fast. So I know I've been to thousands of auctions, and it never fails. Mine is always the third from the end lot.
So you're sitting there for 6.5 hours, nodding out.
Watching a guy kicking a dead horse trying to get, $15 extra. We don't mess around. We go at a minimum of 100 lots an hour.
Which is about 42 seconds a gun.
Yeah, and when we've got a gun that's a lot of interest, we'll slow down for that one. But when we got a gun that's already bid up to, we estimated price at $300 to $500, and we're already at $650, we know we're not going to get a lot of bids. So it's all right. Here we go. We got $6.5. Anybody $700? Yes. No. We got to go. Here we go. Sold. Next lot.
Yeah, and we don't recommend you trying to snipe these things. If you want to be in the race, be in it. Don't sit there and wait until maybe I'll just jump in now. If you see it and it's going and it's running, get in there because you may lose it.
And again, if you don't want to pay the extra premiums of being online, give us a call and we'll put you on either a sealed bid or a phone caller. Jimmy is one of our many phone answerers.
Yeah.
He'll be giving you a call, and as we said before, we do the same, just like eBay. If you put a max bid of say $1,000 and we started at $300, you're the first bidder at $325. If nobody bids, you get it at $325. We don't bump you all the way up to your $1,000 and start there. So you are protected that way. So it's a very good way of doing it.
Absolutely.
Our in-house buyer's premium is 15% for cash or check and 18% for card. So that
just looking at a Browning BSS online from another auction house, because I'm kind of in the market for one of those things, 25%.
Yeah.
You're literally 10% under everybody else.
Yeah. So, real quick, we got Dave in Whittier. Dave, you're just under the wire, and we only got about a minute and a half. Go ahead.
Evening, Dave.
Hey, guys, real quick. Take a look at Paul Kengore's, Kengar, book, The Crusader, about Ronald Reagan. It shows his whole history of Ronald Reagan fighting communism from the 60s to the 80s, and this is what he says. He shows that Ronald Reagan called the Soviets godless and immoral, and it irked the Soviets so much that they called him the Crusader. And this is what we need to call the Democrats, because they are the ones who want to take away our guns.
Of course they do.
A certain other talk radio host said in 2016, it's gotten to the point where the Democrat Party has become a Soviet-style party. This is what we call them, godless and immoral, just like Ronald Reagan called the Soviets, and this regularly to defeat them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, Dennis Prager said it for quite a while, that the left are evil. He's 100% right. Dave, we got to go. We're out of time. Thanks for the call. Call in earlier next time.
Yes. Thanks so much, Dave.
Sure. Thank you for getting me in.
You bet. Thank you. Take care now. Yeah, I mean, Dennis Prager said that for a long time. The left is evil. And what do I say every week? Look what they're doing, and we're armed. Just think what they'll do to us when we're not.
Yes, sir.
I just quoted that. Just this week.
There you go. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate all the phone calls, everybody online. Want to thank everybody in the booth. Ryan, RJ, Kevin, of course, coming in real quick.
Oh, Brendan's not there today, so I forgot.
Okay. Anyway, don't forget to smile. Just a little curve sets a lot of things straight. We will appreciate you guys. See you next week. Tell your friends to tune in, damn it.
God bless you guys. Love you.